Welcome back, and we will continue with our series of discussion. And today, on our continuation of business and technology. Now, when an organization arises or evolves, and that goes into several progress and growth, and that growth meets into several stages in their development. Now, if you see here, you actually, now here, if you see this situation, this from a UK point of view, even when they start a small organization, they start with a private limited company. But in our countries, like Sri Lanka or Asian countries, something like that, immediately we don't start a private limited company. We go with a sole trader business. And entrepreneurship is even here, private company also, an entrepreneurship business only. Then what happens? Based on the business, little by little, it grows. So the required sophistication grows, the complexity grows. Then a single person unable to cope up and manage the business. Then what he does is he then move on to partnership business. And then he brings another partner, maybe his friend or his brother or another unknown person, someone, and then they jointly they do the business. And that also goes on. And then when the size of the business getting expanded, then also it's sometimes difficult to do transaction legally. You may need legal formation. So now up to sole trader and partnership, only legal formation is just the business registration. So then, in order to carry out the business in a more efficient and smooth manner, you then have to convert your business into a legally recognized entity, separate to the human. So we call it artificial personality. That's when a limited liability company or a private company is created. This is one journey, one way of that life cycle. And on the other hand, sometimes people can straight away start a private limited company, very small, with a very small family business. Then, as I told you, the business getting grown. When the business getting grown, then they need expansion. For expansion, they need more funds.
More capital.
Yeah, more capital. They are in need of more funds. I wouldn't name it capital. I would say funds. When you say capital, then that funds should be brought by the owner. When I say funds, funds include capital and non-capital funds as well. And you understand me? So what could happen is that the business can take money from the owners, then we can name it as capital. Or they can also take money from some third party, and that we could name it as borrowing, loan, debts, and so on. So then, if you think that these funds are required and to be obtained from the owners of the company, and it is not feasible to take a huge amount of money from 1 or 2 or 3 shareholders of the business. Let's say I need $10 billion. We have only 3 shareholders. Or let me say, to make it a little bit convenient, $12 billion. So we have 3 shareholders only. That means, am I going to take 4 billion from each shareholder? Who will have 4 billion? No one will have. But I also don't want to go and ask this money from the bank. Even if you ask, the bank may not give you. Then the other best option is convert your business into a public listed company. You obtain a listing in the stock exchange. Different countries have different stock exchange. US have Securities and Exchange Commission, and Doha we have Qatar Exchange, and in Sri Lanka we have Colombo Stock Exchange. Like that, we have different listing entities. So we need to get our organization listed in any one of these organizations. Then what happens? each and every common man can purchase shares. The moment the common man buying shares, that money accumulates or pooled into the available funds for this particular business to run their business in a more better way. Clear? So then even it goes on to further and then expand achieve advantages of large scale operation. Here I would like to emphasize a point called economies of scale. What is economies of scale? Any idea?
And last class you explained that. Based on the expansion of the company, you have to expand your production or the supply of
The economies of scale actually now we actually have 10 shareholders. We actually have 10 shareholders, and these 10 shareholders
Stop now.